It's something I want to touch on in this one is the importance of having an enemy in life. Now you're asking, Mr. Clean, JD, what does that mean? Why do I need an enemy? I'm about to tell you why. I have used this method in many areas of my own life. I have an enemy for gym. I have an enemy for socials. I have an enemy for sales. And these are people who are a little bit ahead of me in all these areas. Might not be by much. 100, 200 followers, 5 kgs on the bench, 2 or 3 clients. Things like this. You need people who are slightly ahead of you because they're your targets and they're now your enemy in all senses of the word. You've got to almost go, I'm at war with this person. This person will not beat me. I'm now competing with this person one-on-one direct. And what you'll find is as you get older, your sources of support drop off. You're on your own. You need to find your own sources of motivation, things that are going to keep you on track. Yeah? And if you can find people who are that little bit ahead of you, it feels well within your reach to chase them, to chase that. Like, for example, someone who's only 5 kilo heavier on the bench, that's within your grasp. That's not far away. Every time you hit the lift, you've got him in mind, or whoever it is. Going, you're getting closer. You're getting closer and closer. And then once you hit it, once you beat them, then you find the next enemy. And when I say this, I'm literally talking about real people. I have literally got 3 people in my mind right now for each of those categories who I'm gunning for their spot. I'm trying to steal their weights, steal their followers, steal their sales. Not directly, but like as in I'll get my own. Maybe, fuck them. It's all war. That's a good point. Yeah, it's straight war. You got to take what's yours. Because they're doing the same thing to you. Every sale they get's a sale you could have got. It's as simple as that. And you need these pockets of motivation, these little sources of enemy, and they almost act as a guide rail. Because you can take what they're doing well and then cut the fat what they're doing wrong and implement that into your own strategy. And you don't just have to have one enemy, you can have multiple. Highly suggest this. It's going to make you a competitive individual. It's going to make you dangerous. Someone to be reckoned with. If you have some people in the similar area, similar category, whatever that is, whatever you're doing, find someone who's at a similar level, who's slightly above, and it's important that they're ahead of you because that's going to drive you to do better. That's what the whole point of this exercise is. They're going to push you and propel you to perform at levels you previously wouldn't have, or maybe to push that little bit harder in those situations where maybe if you didn't have them on the mind, you would have taken your foot off the pedal. I've done enough today. But then you pull up the phone and you see them winning, you see them hitting more than you, drives you to do better. Then you come back for the kill. You put that foot on the gas and you push that little bit extra because you need to have these short-term wins. Something like a socials, it's just an easy example. Something like a socials, like a YouTube, starting from scratch. You have to be excited over those 1 follower gains daily, the daily 1, 2, 3 follower gains. That's what it's going to take at the start, and it's hard to get motivated about 3 followers. It is. But if you have a competitor who's maybe got 15 subscribers and you got 10, or maybe, no, that's too close. Maybe he's got 50 and you've got 10. I got you in the headlights, my boy. Come on for that. Now 50 is your goal. I'm going to beat this guy. I'm going to get 50 subscribers. I'm going to smoke this guy. What's he doing? What's he currently working on? Now, you probably don't want to mirror the dude on 50 subscribers. I'm not saying that. But he might be doing something that's working. He's got 50 boys showing up who like his shit. He's doing something right. You can now step in there, steal him. You might even comment on his video. Steal his own audience. Like, be savage. That's the world of business. But with these people, you can identify that short-term goal and you can get excited. Because as men, we love to compete. We love to be at war, metaphorically. But then also a little bit physically. Like, One of my dreams with this channel, boys, I want to recruit a whole bunch of just weapons. People who are just on game, dress nice, fight like killers, savvy, just the boys. It's going to be called the Creed, just of a group of weapons. And what we're going to do, what I'm going to do with my army, our army, is challenge these other lads who have a mentorship group, whatever, bollocks. I have so many ideas for this, it's ridiculous. But one of the ideas is that we challenge them. 50 of my best men against 50 of theirs. 3-day hike to Verdun, the hills of Verdun in France. We set the battlefield and we go 50v50 boxing fight. 3-day hike to get there, the boys in tents, and film the whole thing. It'll be like a real life documentary movie of like just some straight Viking shit. And we go, we'll sort out the rules. There will need to be rules and logistics. But it's a 3-day hike. We meet at this location at dawn, and 50v50, we sprint at each other and we just hash it out. Like something I've always wanted to do is, well, one, just like ride on a horse into battle, but we won't do that because it's boxing. But have you seen the Captain America and what's his face? The Black Panther in one of those movies, and it's the boys, and there's just like it's just him and Black Panther, and they're just running in there like ahead of the boys, like sprinting it, like boom. I want to replicate that shit with my crew, my boys, my crew. Okay, we got off topic there. We're talking about enemies, but that's exactly it. I have even future enemies planned out. Like I have things that I want to do with this, businesses I haven't even started yet. And I have enemies in those categories already. I'm anticipating that battle, that war, that competition for success and dominance in that area. That's something I'm coming for. And it drives you, it gives you so many ideas. It gives you so many ideas, and it gives you endless fuel and motivation. And at all points in life, having fuel and fire and desire to go ahead and do something and do it well, do it to the best of your ability, is always going to be advantageous. It's always going to be advantageous. If you've just got a little bit more energy, a little bit more give, you can be enthusiastic, you can really just pump things out. People gravitate to you. Success gravitates to you. This is why a lot of success is just energy. You need to have the energy. You need to wake up at 5 a.m., be in the gym, go to work, crush sales all day, come home, crush YouTubes all day, fill the content game, do a little bit of business, cold emails, whatever your pursuit is. You need to have energy. There's very little time you get to just coast. It doesn't really work like that. But if you have enemies, trust me, that's going to keep you up at night more than anything else. That is the craziest fundamental energy source that I've just given away there. And a lot of you will be sat there thinking, I don't have an enemy right now. I'm kind of just happy-go-lucky, cruising. Trust me, change that shit. Identify your enemies. And I brand them as enemies, but they can, look, they don't have to know. They don't even have to know. My enemies at the moment don't even know I exist. They don't even know I'm a threat just yet. But I'm coming for their position. And I'm playing the game. And trust me, that fuels me more than anything else. Because you need those battles. You need to feel like you're in combat. You're competing with something. You're in a game of good versus evil sort of thing. Yeah, we need that. We need that drive, that desire. So find out how you can access that. See who's in your vicinity, someone you can emulate, someone you can chase after. Someone who's not so far ahead of you that it doesn't seem so out of reach that your army is going to get wiped out. Someone you can take on and beat. And then you progress to the next enemy. Beat him. Evolve your strategy. That's all it is. That's the game of life. Beating your competition. That's what we've done for the longest time. Since Alexander the Great, since Napoleon. It's just man versus man in this world. Every dollar you want, someone else wants it too. Every girl you want, someone else wants it too. And you'll be tested in every regard. No one really feels sorry for you. And it's very rare that someone's truly on your team. So go out there ready to bite down on that gum shield and throw hands, because that's the playing field we're on, boys. That's the playing field we're on. Get ready to compete. Find your enemies and fight them off. You're going to win this battle. Let's get it.